Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff are no strangers to the NABOB dinner. They graciously appeared to present awards to Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and to Jerry Butler. And we are so pleased to have them back to be recognized for their pioneering work as songwriters, producers, and recording and publishing company owners. May I direct your attention to the video screens.
The powerhouse team of Gamble and Huff has been responsible for over 170 gold and platinum albums. Both men had musical upbringings. Kenneth Gamble recorded himself on penny arcade booths and operated his own record store. Leon Huff learned the piano from his mother, who played organ in the church. It wasn't until the early 1960s when the two would meet and become a songwriting and producing duo.
He played piano, and I told him I wrote lyrics, and the rest was we said, let's get together and write some songs.
Their first hits contributed to the birth of Philadelphia soul. Artists like Soul Survivors, Archie Bell and the Drells, and the Intruders. Their collaboration with Jerry Butler on the classic Only the Strong Survive not only revived his career, but also brought attention to their own. They created Philadelphia International Records in 1971 and secured a distribution deal with CBS. From day one, the label dominated the R&B charts with hits like the OJ's Backstabbers and Love Train. Billy Paul earned the label's first Grammy with Me and Mrs. Jones.
Me and Mrs. Jones.
Nearly all of the Philadelphia International Records featured the work of the label's in-house band, MFSB.
You know, MFSB was almost a 40-piece orchestra. That was an artist itself.
You know, that's the Philly sound.
It took teamwork to make Philly International what it was. It took great studios, great musicians, great artists.
Under the guiding hand of Gamble and Huff, they would cut classic instrumental albums and singles, including the 1974 #1 hit, TSOP, The Sound of Philadelphia, which became the theme song for the legendary show, Soul Train. 2 years after its creation, Philadelphia International was the second largest African-American owned music company in America, second only to Motown. CBS was distributing more soul music than at any time in their history. Gamble and Huff's hits were becoming internationally recognized. In 1976, they produced and co-wrote songs for the Jacksons. The 70s and 80s saw them continue to work with music's biggest names, including Patti LaBelle and Teddy Pendergrass, whose solo career soared ever since Huff convinced him to focus on singing.
Girl, I want to give you a special treat. You've been so sweet. Turn off the light.
While they continued to work side by side in music, Gamble also turned to humanitarian projects. He worked with the T.J. Martell Leukemia Foundation. The AMC Cancer Research Center and Hospital honored Gamble in 1980 with their humanitarian award. He was the first African American to receive such an honor. He also helped initiate the Clean Up the Ghetto project, which got youth involved in cleaning and repairing communities. Since 1990, the duo has been honored with countless accolades and multiple awards, including Grammys and an induction to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
A thrill of a lifetime.
Peace, everybody. Thank you for believing in us, Clyde.
And with a career output of over 3,500 songs, the creative team of Kenny Gamble and Leon Huff is among the most prolific of all time. NABOB salutes Gamble and Huff for the Pioneer in Music Award.
me to go first this time. But boy, I am I'm deeply honored to receive this award because black music was very vital to our careers. If it wasn't for black radio, wouldn't have been no Gamble and Huff, because there wouldn't have been no outlet for our songs. So I'm grateful for NABOB to deem us worthy for this award, and I'm grateful to be here to accept it. Thank you.
I'd just like to say I agree with Huff. As we think about when you get a reward like this, you start to think about all those years, you know, and that we've been working together. And Huff hit it right on the head about black radio. That Huff and I used to work in the studio. We'd make a record and make a dub. Then we'd go out and see Georgia Woods. We'd go see Jocko, Lord Fauntleroy. Used to be a guy in Baltimore called Fat Daddy, Hal Jackson. We had a network all over the country. We don't have that network anymore. And they would play our records and we didn't even have no records pressed up. But after they finished playing it so nice, they had to play it twice. And then they said, it's so fine, we're gonna play it one more time. You know, those records started to happen, and two young guys from Philadelphia and Camden, we were able to start a business because of black radio. And we had a lot of wonderful writers, producers, and artists, and thank you very much for the tribute to Teddy Pendergrass, because Teddy was a significant artist to us in the whole world. I'd just like to end by saying this, is that I'd like to thank all the musicians and artists that helped us to achieve what we did, you know. But I'd just like to say this to black radio, is that now is the time that you gotta dig in. You got to dig in now. You can't take it easy right now because the test is before us. You see what's happening? It's only us. We're the only ones that's going to save our community. Our people are in trouble. All you got to do is look around and see who was serving you tonight. I said serving you tonight. There's no jobs. So it's up to us to save our communities. And so I leave you with that, Black Radio. Thank you so much. 3, 4.
Mr. Kenneth Gamble and Mr. Leon Huff. Another hand, please.